Hey guys, welcome to the Viking showroom here in New York City. I'm Jackie Rothong, the chef and brand ambassador. Viking is all about bringing family together. Family Meal is a series of videos where I'm going to show you how to use those leftover ingredients from that big weekend party to create entirely new family meals throughout the week. So today, I'm going to show you one of my favorite menus to make for a crowd. Capunti pasta with a sweet pork ragu, wilted escarole with garlic chips, sausage arancini, and a big boot Italian salad. We're gonna focus on our sweet pork ragu. I love buying a large pork shoulder, boneless, so that I can cut into the correct size shapes that I want. We're gonna cut this into about 1-inch cubes. Okay, so that's about all of the meat we're gonna need. We're gonna season this with salt, and we're gonna season this with sugar. This is what makes the ragu sweet, and this is gonna create a beautiful brown crust on our meat. A little bit of pepper, and now olive oil. So one of my favorite things to do is brown in our 7 Series Viking oven. This creates such a beautiful caramelized crust on the meat. I much prefer it in the oven. It's easy cleanup, eliminates all that splatter, and it leaves me more room to create my ragu and cook my pasta. I'm going to go throw this in my oven and get it browning. So while those are getting caramelized and crispy in our oven, I'm gonna start on the sauce. Okay, we're gonna cut up our red onion really fine. It doesn't matter, it's all gonna melt together anyway. We're gonna add in our garlic and some of our anchovies, and that is my secret ingredient. These anchovies melt down and create this umami flavor. No one really knows what it is, and people that don't love anchovies have no idea they're in there. And we're looking for our onions to get a little translucent, everything to get a little bit fragrant. We're gonna squeeze in some of our tomato paste. About 2 tablespoons. And once that gets a little rusty, which is pretty quick on our induction cooktop, once I hear the sizzling is when I know it's time to add in my wine. So we have a nice dry red wine right here. We're gonna let that reduce by half. So I'm gonna turn it up to high. And now while that's coming to a boil, I'm gonna crush my tomatoes. Whole San Marzano tomatoes are key when you're making any type of sauce. And also you wanna crush them by hand. And then we're gonna add them in once that reduces into our boiling wine. And I'm gonna grab my browned meat. So here are our ribs, aromatics. We have basil and we have fresh oregano. A little stir in there. And we're gonna let this simmer for about 3 to 4 hours. And now is a perfect time to start on our Capunti pasta. So we have our flours here, 1 cup of each. We're gonna add in our water. We're gonna stir this all together. This is looking really good. We're gonna knead this. We're gonna cut this into logs. And we're gonna roll it out just like this. You wanna get it super thin. We're gonna line them up. They don't have to be perfect. Cut them into about 1-inch pieces. Now we're gonna roll them on our board. Flour our board with a little bit of semolina. I'm gonna take my butter knife and I'm going to roll my pasta on the board. And as you guys can see, it has these beautiful little ridges where all that meaty sauce gets stuck in. All of our capunti is ready. On our induction cooktop, we are already boiling. It has been about 3 minutes since I turned that on. Lots of salt. This is our one opportunity to get to season our capunti. Since this is all fresh pasta, this is gonna cook very quickly. And I can smell our ragu cooking away. And while that's happening, we're gonna take our ragu and we're gonna shred it. If you cook the meat properly, low and slow, which you can do on your Viking induction range, it should fall off the bone exactly like this. Now I'm gonna add in all of this meat. Look at all of this meat and all this ragu. We definitely don't need all of this to coat just that pasta. So we're just gonna take a little amount. Check on our pasta, it's starting to float. It looks really nice. That means it's ready. I'm gonna ladle in some of the ragu. Pasta is done. We wanna make sure that our pasta water goes into our sauce. That's part of what creates the sauce. And I like to finish this dish with a little bit of butter and some fresh herbs. And we're gonna give this a good toss. Hot pasta is really creating the sauce. I think our butter's melted. We're gonna bring this to our plate. We're gonna top it with some fresh ricotta, little dollops, and some fried shallots. A little bit of cheese on top. Okay guys, I'm gonna try it. The pasta is perfect. The ridges really hold that ragu, the sweetness of the shallots and the pork. It's bringing me back to Italy. I love it. We shopped, we cooked, and boy, did we eat. This is an amazing sweet capunti pasta. Tune into the next episodes. I'm gonna show you guys how to repurpose all of our leftover ingredients into 4 different family meals. You can find these recipes and all of our family meal episodes at thevikinglife.com.